Today is July the 4th. So, happy July the 4th to you guys. I am headed, some roadkill. I'm headed into Tupelo, run a little errand. So, it's going to take you guys along with me. And we'll talk about my ride to Clarksdale. Got this music down, make sure it's not interfering. So my ride to Clarksdale. Told you guys in the last video that I put up about my helmet that Monday of this week I was riding to Clarksdale, was going to hit some of the places on the Mississippi Blues Trail, and I did make that run Monday. I was on a little bit of a schedule to try to get back, but I left the house. I rode up to Southern Thunder Harley Davidson because they had something up there I was going to hopefully get, which was a certain cap I was looking for. They did not have it. Well, let me change that. They did have it, but I tried on a few different sizes, and the cap that I've been seeing online just did not fit me at all. So ended up getting a different one. But I left there, went out and hit Highway 61, took Highway 61 down to Clarksdale, Mississippi. I didn't see a lot of markers there on that road for the Mississippi Blues Trail. I did pull off at a visitor center for Mississippi, and when I pulled off there, actually stopped at like the Tunica, the gateway to the Blues Visitor Center. Stopped in there for a minute, went on down. I saw a visitor center coming up, and so I didn't know what that was, so I pulled in there. It was actually a Mississippi Visitor Center. And when I pulled in there and took that little road, there was a sign that said Mississippi River Bridge, 10 miles to Helena, Arkansas. And I thought, that's the way I'm going. So I took a little side road, a little side trip, went down that road, crossed over the Mississippi River into Arkansas, got across the bridge, turned around, came back to Highway 61 and continued my course, which was pretty neat. Wasn't even planning on going into Arkansas, but let me tell you this, that road that went from Highway 61 past the visitor center to the Mississippi River Bridge, one of the worst roads I've ever been on in my life. It was a 2-lane road, but it was narrower, seemed like, than this road. But rough, man, it was rough. It was just I mean, it was terrible. This is how bad it was. I had my map pulled up on my phone, and I reached down to hit something. It minimized the map into that little inset, and so I decided I'm gonna go ahead and maximize that and bring it back up full screen. Guys, I couldn't even get the, when you tap it, you get that little expand icon on there, you hit it to make it go full screen again. I couldn't even get that hit. I would hit it and I was just moving that little inset around all over the screen. It took me forever before I could get that thing expanded again. That's how rough the road was. But anyway, I ended up going on down into Clarksdale. There's another YouTuber that I keep up with that's from Greenwood. He actually had to work, Mr. Gadget, and he's got his channel is Mr. Gadget with some numbers behind it. I can't remember what the numbers are, but he lives down in the Greenwood area, but he had to work that day. He said he got off at 3 o'clock. I was planning on calling him and meeting him somewhere, but I was going to have to leave Clarksdale before I figured he could have got up there. But I got to Clarksdale. A lot of the stuff was closed, of course, because it was Monday. For instance, Ground Zero Blues Club, I'd planned to stop and like grab some lunch there, but they're not. They're only open like Thursday through Saturday or something like that. So, but why am I telling you this? Well, what happened was, I got back that night. I sat down that night and put the SD card from my secondary camera that I usually just use, you know, to try to get some scenery and side shots off of the bike and any video pointing back my way, whatnot. And I run this camera from my main camera. God dog, man. Gotta be vigilant, guys. My stomach just left my body right then. But I use it to get side shots and stuff like that. And so I sat down, put the SD card in the computer, went through my files, kind of renamed the files so that when I went to editing, I would know what they were. So I did that. It's kind of late at that point, so I thought I'll get up in the morning and put my card in from my helmet cam and rename some of those files. So I sat down to do that, and every video, every clip that I took from my helmet cam was totally jacked up. When you'd play it, the audio was good, but the video was just like, it would freeze. It would go for a second and freeze up, go for a second and freeze up, all the way through the video clip. Audio was perfect, video unusable. And so I thought, well, let me check some of the other ones. I checked my other files. Every one of them that I took that day from my helmet cam was exactly like that. So I checked the camera, and for any of you guys that record or do content or anything from the bike, keep this in mind, because I looked at the camera, and the best I can figure what I did was, when I was getting on the bike, I remembered I had my camera in standard view, which I usually run it in wide angle when I'm riding. So I already had the camera to my helmet, and I probably need to readjust it some, because right now I can only see like half the screen. I have my gloves on, so I reached up with my gloved hand, went in and changed it to wide angle, and proceeded about my day. So what I noticed when I looked at my camera is that evidently when I did that, I had inadvertently hit something that changed the color format or color profile of the video, and when I hit that, it automatically turned off enhanced video. So I'm guessing that is what caused the problems with my video not being what it normally is. And guys, I even thought, man, you know, I got a lot of footage here that I want to use, so I put it into some of the editing program that I normally use. I put it, if you know anything about editing, I put it into Proxy. Did the same thing. So I tried another editing program that I have. It didn't work. It was the same deal. And so there was no way that I could use any of the footage. Since the audio and the video were off, there was no way I could edit it. So I thought, well, let me just try it. I dropped down a 1:40 clip, just no editing to it, just exported it, opened it up in the computer. After it was exported, it looked the same way. So my I'm gonna go ahead right now. I'm gonna put a little clip of that in this so you guys can see what I ended up with. And you know, by the time this uploads to YouTube and processes and whatever, if it comes out smooth, it really doesn't matter, because since the video and audio were not synced up, there's no way in the world that I could have known what I was editing, where I was cutting, etc. And even if I could, that minute and 40-second clip, when I exported it to my computer, normally that would have took like 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds at the most. It took like 10 minutes for it to export a 1 minute and 40-second clip. So all of that footage was absolutely unusable. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in here right now. All right guys, got on 61 headed toward Clarksdale. Ain't even really made it into Tunica yet. Okay guys, so you see what I was working with, you see what happened, and I was really looking forward to putting this up. And I know I told you guys it was coming, so first off, I apologize for my stupidity, for my oversight on that. It's just a mistake on my part. But like I said, I will be going back and getting some more footage from down there, because I didn't see as many markers for the Blues Trail as I was hoping. There were some neat murals and stuff in Clarksdale. A little bit of time I was in town there. Went to the crossroads. Anyway, I'll know better when I go back next time, kind of where I'm at and what I want to look for. But I will be going back down there on another day and getting some of that footage and showing you guys some of what I saw that day, and hopefully getting even some better footage. But I don't want it to be a total waste, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and put in some of the footage from my secondary camera in right now, so you guys can see, you know, some of the fields. I did see something that I didn't even know we had in Mississippi, which was interesting to me. But I'm gonna go ahead and roll some of that and just share some of that with you guys. You can see I actually did go. I've got the Relive tracker on there that shows I may ended up making, like, I think it was 266 miles that day. But I'll put that in there so you guys can kind of see a little bit of that, and I'll go ahead and roll that now.
Been a real bad boy. I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, world on my shoulder, a heart full of blues. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt. I've been a real bad boy on the town all night, starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt. Been a real bad boy. I've been a real bad
guys, there it was. And just wanted to share that with you guys and kind of let you see some of the scenery that I picked up. It was interesting going down there. Next time, it was a little bit later. I didn't get to Southern Thunder Harley Davidson until probably about 11 o'clock. Stayed around there for a little bit and then got on the road. Next time I go, I'm probably going to go up that way, but may not stop the dealership and just try to hit 61 a little bit earlier. So get down there and kind of look around some and make it maybe a little bit further down 61. I'd like to go down maybe around the Greenwood area and maybe check out what is believed to be, there's a cemetery down there that has a Robert Johnson grave site there. Supposedly, I don't know if that's fact or if it's just a theory or what, but definitely want to go back down there and see some more of that. And I even looked in some of the visitor centers to find brochures or maps of the Blues Trail. I couldn't find any for some odd reason. Maybe I just overlooked it, but I'll try to print out an actual map that's got like all the markers for the Blues Trail along there, but so I'll know kind of where I can find some of that stuff. And but yeah, that's it, guys. Appreciate y'all watching that, and again, I apologize for not delivering the entire Clarksdale and Mississippi Blues Trail video that I picked up the other day. But like I said, we will get back down there on another day, hopefully on a weekend, maybe on a Saturday ride, and pick some of that up. So there'll be some more stuff open that we can kind of video and make it a little bit more interesting. And I do know some stuff down there, that I want to re-video now. So anyway, just found out too that the visitor center at Tunica that I stopped at was actually on like the HOG chapter points of interest or check-in points that you're supposed to take a picture in front of. And so anyway, lesson learned. I will from now on be double checking all of my settings on the camera before I embark out on a ride, especially one that is a destination or a a multi-hour ride that I've been wanting to pick up. So you guys be mindful of that. You guys check your settings and make sure you don't do what I did. But I just got to make a little run here into Tupelo. I'm going to get up on the trace and take it over to Main Street and get off there and proceed to where I need to go. But man, thank you guys for coming along, and I'll maybe keep the camera rolling here for a little bit, get some video on the trace, and I'm just gonna ride down the trace here for a minute. Thank you guys for coming along with me, and thanks for checking out what little bit of footage I was able to share from the ride down Highway 61 into Clarksdale, Mississippi. And said, I'll keep an eye out for that video coming up. I'll definitely let you guys know when we're going down there, and hope you guys have a great 4th of July. Of course, I'll probably put this up Friday, which will be after the 4th of July. And but I hope you guys, if that's the case, I hope you guys had a great 4th of July and a great weekend. And we will catch you guys. I want to thank you guys for watching as usual. And also, at this point, we're almost to 400 subscribers. So once again, I appreciate everybody who has watched the channel and subscribed to the channel, watched the videos, commented. Really appreciate you guys, and hopefully we'll get up to the 400 mark, and then maybe the 500 mark won't be too far behind that. But and again, I don't really care about getting really big, you know, but it is nice to see that people are subscribing to your channel and, you know, watching your stuff. And so thanks to everybody who has done that, and hopefully the channel will keep growing and we can share some of this content. Like I said, I'm not interested in getting really big or anything. I like sharing my rides and hopefully give some of you guys something that you enjoy watching, and hopefully I can get better, you know, as I continue to make videos and make a better watching experience, you know, for you guys and everything. So thanks again for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.